These are beers that you can have several of. And even at 5.1%, okay, maybe not several, but at least several. Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. T, and I am back with another Viaggio out into that mondo incantato that is beer and music. Yes, that was Italian. No, I don't speak Italian. So if you do, and that was absolutely horrible, you can roast me in the comments. But today we are doing an Italian theme, so it'll be fun. Having a beer that I think is actually a very good beer. Peroni Nastro Azzurro. And Nastro Azzurro, interestingly enough, in Italian, means blue ribbon. See, right on the label. We got a blue ribbon right on the label. So it's kind of like Pabst in that respect. This will be fun. Italian night here in Dr. T's Wonderland. Nastro Azzurro is an example of what's called an Italian Pilsner. They are very similar to German Pilsners or Czech Pilsners, just, with a little bit different terroir. The different water in a different country, grains grown in a different atmosphere in a different country might produce subtle differences. And Italian Pilsners are pretty good, in my opinion. But a little bit about the brewery. This brewery was actually started in 1846 by Francesco Peroni, established Birra Peroni in Viggiano, Italy, in northern Italy. And it quickly became a pretty popular beer. And as the brand grew stronger, they opened a second brewery in Rome in 1864 and actually moved the company's headquarters there for better distribution and growth across the entire country. And it became very popular, one of the most popular beers in Italy. Fast forward to 1933, and we have to get into a little nautical history, a little side trip out into the waves. There's this informal award called the Blue Riband that is bestowed upon the ship, the passenger ship that makes the fastest transatlantic crossing from Europe to America. In 1933, an Italian ship, the SS Rex, achieved that, earned the Blue Riband, and to celebrate it, Peroni renamed their flagship Pilsner the Nastro Azzurro, the Blue Ribbon. Interesting side note, the Rex only held it for like 3 years. He won it in 33 and lost it in like 35 or 36. But in 1952, an American ship, the SS United States, seized the Blue Riband and never let it go. No one has beat the crossing time of the SS United States. Here's the SS United States now. It has a very checkered history. After not being used as an ocean liner anymore, it was sold here, sold there. It was used as a ferry. It was used as a bunch of different stuff until it was going to be scrapped. And some people felt that, there's too much history in the ship. So they brought it to Philadelphia and they put it in dock down at the wharfs on the river in Philadelphia, and have been trying for years to raise enough money to refurbish it. And they have not been successful. And it's just been sitting there. They've been trying to keep it from completely rusting away, been able to do minimal work to it. And now the owners of the wharf that it's parked at are like, hey, we need the space. You've got to move it. So the fate of the SS United States could be in trouble. Link below if you'd like to check it out more or even support the organization that's trying to save it. But that was an interesting aside. So, like I mentioned before, Italian Pilsners are akin to German Pilsners or Czech Pilsners, generally not quite as hoppy, and very often somewhere between 4 and 5.5% ABV. Very light in color, clean in fermentation characteristics, unfiltered, and defined by dry hopping. But what does Peroni have to say about this Nastro Azzurro? It weaves in at 5.1%. And what they have to say is the beer was crafted with typical Italian care and design with the Mediterranean pace in mind. Italian passion, attention to detail, and craftsmanship are the ingredients that now and forever will ensure the superior and authentic Italian taste of Peroni Nastro Azzurro. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what we're working with. Well, it is gorgeous. I am getting a bit of a light struck aroma from it, which may dissipate a little bit in time. It's that skunky aroma. Light can impact beer, and here, watch that beer short. It'll tell you all about it. But what you can end up with is a bit of a skunked or light struck aroma upon opening. This is particularly present in green or clear bottles, much less present in brown bottles. Brown bottles protect against the UV light much better than green bottles or clear bottles. But sometimes the green bottle is part of your brand, and you can't fight the brand. So what do we have? We have a gorgeously clear, pale yellow beer. The head was pretty decent, but it dissipated very, very quickly. I have no idea. Let's see if we can find a use by date. Yeah, nothing's jumping out as far as when it was produced. But again, this is an imported product, so you don't know exactly how long it has been in the bottle from brewing. But looks gorgeous, tons of effervescence, beautiful color, beautiful clarity for an unfiltered product. Okay, yeah, the light struck nature is starting to dissipate. I'm getting a nice base cereally bread dough type of malt backbone. Little bit of like a green apple. And some light floral spicy hop notes. Yeah. That's just a really clean drinking, easy drinking Pilsner. It's great. These are beers that you can have several of. And even at 5.1%, okay, maybe not several, but at least several. But it's delicious, it's light, it's crisp, without being overly aggressively hopped. It's not like super hoppy bitter. There's even like a little bit of softness to the hops while still being fairly crisp and finishing nice and dry. Definitely, it is an easy drinker. Would be great with dinner. Great on a hot day. Has nice effervescence, but the carbonation is very, very fine bubbles, so it's not coarse on your tongue when you've got it in your mouth. Yeah, I mean, it's just a real good drink. Or there's just enough bitterness on the finish to offset some of the cereal-like, bread dough-like malt sweetness. Very nicely balanced. Beautifully done. Gorgeous color. And while Peroni itself is a very big brewery, they remained independent for a good long while. Having started in 1846, they were acquired in 2003 by the Japanese giant Asahi. So, are they craft? No, they're not craft. Are they a macro brew? Yeah, kinda, sorta. Is it a good beer? Yes, it's a really good beer. But what do you want to pair with this? Well, I was thinking the other day how it's interesting when you think about any particular foreign country. You certainly have some preconceived notions or some set, I don't want to say assumptions, but just a mindset that when you think of this country, you kind of think of these characteristics, and something like popular music or new music or rock and roll doesn't really fit into that mental framework of what you think of that country. Like when I said it was Italian night, I'm sure some people started thinking, "Oh, he's going to do like a crooner or something, maybe Frank Sinatra or Tony Bennett, who's actually Italian, or something like that." Yeah, I could, but I'm not gonna. In my first trip to Europe back in 1990, I visited Paris and I visited Rome, and the entire time I listened to music, local music. In Rome, there was a new debut album from a new artist that had just been released that was getting a lot of attention. And we're going to listen to something from that. The gentleman's name is Luciano Riccardo Ligabue, widely known as either Ligabue or Liga on the continent. And he's rock and roll. And tonight we're going to listen to a song called Vivo Morto X. Enjoy.
affari a posto, il posto tele accese, la casetta in Canada, il sabato la spesa, il giorno dopo in chiesa, e sei un po' nervoso ed un motivo ci sarà. Vivo morto ex, vivo morto ex, vivo morto, vivo morto, vivo morto ex, fa una croce qui, firmati così, vivo morto, vivo morto, vivo morto ex, la faccia di chi t'ha visto ex, ex, la faccia di chi ti vuole ex, la faccia di chi ti pesa.
So what'd you think of that? That was good, no? Yeah, it was. Very interesting guy. Not only did he become one of Italy's biggest rock stars, also he has written 6 books, has put out 22 albums, has done 3 films, and has uh, held over 800 live concerts across his career, and he's still going. You saw the quote in there. Interesting thing about you saw the factoids about his 30th anniversary. The reason that I included that quote and that it was so impactful was because he had actually planned a big concert for the 30th anniversary of his first album, which was in 2020. And as you know, COVID was happening. And if you recall, COVID was hitting Italy quite hard, very hard. The death rate was very high in Italy. The lockdowns were very severe in Italy. He knew that his countrymen were hurting. So when he had to cancel that 30th anniversary, he actually put out a music video. He's not actually performing in it. It's, his one of his songs is playing in the background, but he's on the empty stage of the stadium that he was going to perform in, and he explains to the audience, and that quote is from that explanation of why he's not able to do the concert, but how important it was to him, so that, as soon as lockdowns were lifted in Italy, I believe it was in 2022, he did put on that concert. But it's a great song. English translation below. If you read the English translation, or if you know Italian, you'll see the song's just kind of about life and about how, you're born and life happens, and your people are telling you kind of what to expect from life, what to do, how to get through life. And the chorus, Vivo Morto Ex, uh, what, literally translated, that is alive, dead, or X. Alive, dead, or otherwise, alive, dead, or somewhere in between. Really, what I take from it is he's singing about how, while you've got life, you got to live. You know, I mean, there's a line in there: "Who stole your time with his mediocrity?" And they're aiming for your time, talking about, professors in college, and how you can't let a routine rob you of life. At least that's what I take from it. I think it's a great song. This is a great beer. Uh, just a little bit of malty sweetness with a nice, soft, herbal, spicy, maybe a little floral hop bitterness on the end. Not a sharp, crisp Czech lager that almost kind of grates across your tongue. No, this is nice and smooth, easy drinking, and a great beer. But if you like what I'm doing here, give it a thumbs up. Well, yeah, subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell because new content is coming out all the time, and I would hate for you to miss any of it. But more importantly, leave me a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't. Let me know if there are Italian rock stars I don't know about that you think I should. But until next time, my dear friends, may you live like there's no tomorrow, yet have many more. Salute.